Hello there, and welcome to my 7-step plan to getting your personality back. I think we've all of us had a bit of a Shirley Valentine moment. I've got this quotation from Shirley Valentine, absolutely one of my favourite films. Do you understand this? Do you identify with this? Shirley Valentine said, "I have allowed myself to lead such a little life, but inside me there was so much more. And it's all gone, unused, and now it never will be. Why do we have this life if we don't ever get to use it? Why do we get all these feelings and dreams and hopes if we don't ever get to use them?" I really understood. I watched Shirley Valentine so many times. I watched it as a young woman, and I watch it now as a middle-aged woman, shall I say. And that film means different things to you at different ages of your life. I know when I was younger I was thinking, oh, why didn't she get back with her husband? Then now I'm older and going, yeah, you go girl. So it just means different things. But I think the thing that you can identify with at any age, or it doesn't matter how old you are, is that feeling that you're not the person that you are inside. So inside you're a different person to this persona that's outside. And very often it's because the outside of you is being blanded down. And when you think about it, that happens every single day. Shirley Valentine went on to say that she remembered herself as this child. You remember when she's in school and she rips up things, she walks out in a short skirt, she was really sassy, and she looks at that person and she says, where did she go? And at one point she says, and she turned into this. And she doesn't remember the day when it happened. She just knows that it did happen. And I'd see that because in our life we have to compromise so much. Maybe you're in a relationship, you've had to compromise, God, too much in that. And it's just like a timer, and you get the little grains of sand go through, and each time a grain of sand goes through, you don't really think about it much. You think, oh, it doesn't really matter. But when you look at them all together, you realise just how significant that is. So we've got to get that back. We've got to get all those grains of sand back, and you can do it. But you've got to get away from a mundane life that you have, and go towards that person that you are inside. Do you know you can be that person? Has somebody said that you can't? Has somebody said, oh, you'll never do this? You just tend to get stuff because you absolutely can do it. And I'm absolutely going to show you how to do it. I've got loads of videos here that I've got on the site, and I've got loads planned, and I'll answer any questions at all. But you absolutely can get that person back. So I've got my 7-step plan. So let's go through it. The first one is to not get depressed about it, because if you think back to Shirley Valentine, that's how she was. She was really depressed, and she said, I don't know when I became this person. I don't want to be this person. But don't get depressed. Say, right, let's get excited about it. Let's say, I'm gonna be this person that I am inside. I'm gonna crack it. I'm gonna be that person. So get excited about it, right? That's realising where you want to be. That is exciting. You've done it. You know, you can, and you're making a commitment to having a more fulfilling future, and you can do it. I promise you can do it. Accept it. Just take my word for it. You can do it. So here's how it starts then. The second step is to remove as much routine as you possibly can. And I know this is difficult, because life is usually about routine, but it's routine that leads to the mundane. Sometimes you can't help it. If you work, I know about it. You can't help it. You've got routine with that. If you've got kids or whatever, you have routine with it. So break the routine that you can. So for instance, even start on breakfast. So when you get up in the morning, do you always have the same breakfast? Change it every single morning. Change the time you have it, and just have different things. So you start in the day, and that's a huge message that you're saying to yourself, because you don't even know what you're going to have. Plan it the night before, whatever you do, but do something different. So from the very first piece of food that you have, that's where it all changes. Clothing. Now it's difficult if you work and you have a uniform, I know, but clothing has to change. Are you always wearing the same thing? Have a look in your wardrobe. You've probably got a hell of a lot more there than what you actually use. So you might use about 20% of your wardrobe, right? Well, look at the other 80%. Wear something different. If you don't wear a lot of colour, that's it. You're going to start wearing the colour. I noticed I was wearing black all the time. And I like black. I think it looks smashing, but I was wearing it all the time. So now I don't buy any black. I buy colour. Okay, this is blue, by the way. I don't know what colour it looks like. I know it's blue. So wear something different. Look at the colours. Look at the styles, and wear something different. Now the next thing is change as many of your habits as you can. One of the main ones that you can change are your social habits. Are you in a rut? Do you even like what you do socially? Do you go out? Are you the kind of person, I don't really like to go out, I just like to stop in? Right? You've got to get out there, because that's how you get your personality. Other people, they help us to bring out our personality. Watch out, because they can subdue it as well. But we're gonna do this positively. We're gonna meet people who are really, really vibrant, who are gonna bring our vibrancy out. Have you noticed how you're different with different people? If you were stood talking to the Pope, yeah, you're gonna be quite dignified. Hopefully, you know, you're gonna be quite dignified, you know. But if you wouldn't like your friends when you're at school or you're at work or whatever, you're gonna be like sassy or whatever you're going to be. So we are different personalities with different people, so you've got to get out there. You've got to find those people who are going to bring that personality out of you, and you can do it. So when you're going out, do different things, right? So I mean, I remember the first time I went to an opera, I thought, I've never been to one, and I was the kind of person that would say, oh no, I'm not into all of that stuff. And then one day I thought, do you know what, I'm going to go. I could get nobody to come with me, right? Nobody would come with me to an opera and say, oh, I don't think so. So I went on my own. First opera I went to see was Madame Butterfly, and it was in Sunderland, and I went to a matinee. Ah, God, I was amazed. I was amazed because I wasn't ready for how it made me feel. And I went on my own as I just sat there, and I cried at the end. It was just phenomenal. I just couldn't believe how beautiful it all looks. How the voices get into your bones. They literally get into your bones. And when I had the break, I just started talking to people. And just said, well, you know, this is my first opera. I'm just amazed with it. And people said, oh wow, you know, have you tried so and so? What about this? And so I had a different conversation. I found a different facet to my personality. When I left the North East and I came back home to Yorkshire, the last time I went to the theatre there, 23 people came with me, right? Because I was just so buzzed. You want to come here, you want to see this, is fantastic. And people would want to come. So you find out, you might go to the opera, you might hate it, you might say, oh, God, I can't believe she told me to go there. But it's just something that you can talk about. If you're talking to people and you say, you know, I don't like opera, one of the first things you might say, well, I usually say, have you been to one? If you say, well, actually I did, and I didn't like it, then fair enough. But at least you know you don't like it. If you like music, what type of music? Do you like jazz? Do you like blues? Do you like funk? Do you like rock and roll? What is it that you like? Find out where it's playing. There'll be somewhere local where they'll be playing some live music. Go and see it. Try and take somebody with you. If not, just go and talk to people. Talk to people who you wouldn't normally speak to, and say to them, these are a great band. It's the first time I've seen them. Have you seen them before? Do you know any other places around here that have music or whatever? Just do it. Just get in. Just get talking to people. So you're going to do different things. Socially isn't just going out in a night. There's other things like nature reserves. There's a smashing nature reserve, well, a few actually in Doncaster, but there's like nature walks. Go, have a look on the internet, see what's going on in your area, things that you haven't done before. Go, try it. You know, there's a park near me that do runs, and you can go there on your own, and they'll time it, and it doesn't cost anything. You just go and you can do your run. Can you imagine running along, talking to people? You know, do it, mix, try different things. So do that and try that. Number 4. When you've done this and you've tried some different things, and you should be starting to feel a bit better, you're going to make a visual as to what your life is going to look like. So I personally like a scrapbook, and I have a scrapbook, and I put loads of stuff in, which I'm covering in a load of different videos here, but for this one we just talk about you and your personality. So you can get a scrapbook on that, have a look through a magazine, and have a look through and see what picture represents you. You might see this vibrant person, this vibrant woman, this vibrant man, they're just being absolutely amazing. Cut that out, put it in, and cut pictures of your friends and different places where you're going and what you're doing, and you know, you're there, you're a great conversationalist, whatever it is, put that in that scrapbook so that you've got that, and look at it on a regular basis, so that you can keep going in your mind. All right, the fifth step is to write a paragraph. You can put it in the scrapbook as to what you want your life to be. So for me, I'm very social. I wanted loads and loads of friends. I came back to Doncaster a few years ago. I hardly knew anybody. I have a family, but I hardly knew anybody. So for me, I was thinking, oh cracky, you know, I left all my friends in the North East. What am I going to do? And so I got myself a dream board. I put it on the wall, and I had all these friends, and I got a diary, and I wrote down, oh, I'm busy and doing this, that, and doing that, and whatever. And eventually, that's how my life went. And I got these friends. I just absolutely love my friends so much, and it happened. So write down a paragraph. And get carried away. You know, don't do anything mundane. Come on, go for it. Write down, what is it you want? You want these people, you want them to think that you're the cat's whiskers. If you're social like me, you want to be good. I say, yeah, go out to watch some live music. I'm learning how to play the guitar. I'm doing whatever it is. Come on, you can do it. Write it down and write that paragraph, or a few paragraphs, you know. Write down as much as you can and really feel it. Use adjectives and get carried away, and use quotes, you know. Say, and I don't know, in 2 years' time, I'm saying this, I'm saying, wow, I'm so tired because I'm going out all the time, or whatever. But whatever it is, you put that in there and say how you're this person, and you've got great conviction, and people like you, you know. So people meet you and they'll like you, they get carried away with your enthusiasm. Whatever it is, you put that down. Now then, what we're going to do, the sixth step, is to write the stages. Okay, so it could be in 6 months' time. For instance, I've done this. Whatever, you know, you might want to learn karate, you want to be a certain standard of it, write it down. In 6 months' time, that's it. I've achieved this. Or a qualification, maybe you want to do a course on an evening, you want to achieve something. You write that down. Whatever it is, write the stages, but the stages are up to you. So it could be the stages in a month. That might be a good idea. In a month's time, I want to do this, right? 6 months' time, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, whatever. Think of it, write it down, and look at it. Look at it from time to time. Seventh, right, the lucky seventh. What we're going to do now is we're going to have a look at what we want. We've seen a visual as to how you want your life to be. We've got the paragraph, we can read that, we know, we can feel it, and we've got the stages. So now we're going to write the steps and how we're going to get there. And what is that first step? You probably know it. Most people know it. You know what you have to do. I know what it's like to feel lonely, and I know if that's what you're feeling, you can get so consumed by the loneliness, it stunts you, doesn't it? You feel, oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. Come on now, the first step is that you're going to ignore that, and you're going to be yourself. You're going to grow your personality again. You want to encourage it again. All right, so that's your first step. And then you're writing down all the steps to get you to that visual. And putting them with a certain time. If you don't achieve things in a certain time, don't get upset about it, you know. We're just doing a bit of an estimate, you know, a bit like a builder saying, well, you know, I thought it'd be that, but it's not, you know. Just do it, and just say in a month's time I want to achieve so and so. If you haven't achieved it, do it in Yeah, so don't worry about it. We're not writing this in stone. So, and then you follow those steps, and then you get to where you want to be. I know what it's like to be on your own. I know what it's like to feel that you've lost your personality. A lot of people can't believe it. You know, when I talk to people now and I say, you know, I once felt that I'd lost my personality, they look at me and say, hey, listen, it's true. You know, it's true. And I've been consumed in my own depressions, but I don't feel it now. And also, finally, please take this with you. If you don't take anything else from what I've said, take this. Because when you're consumed in your own self and worries and things, you worry about what people think. So I've got this for you, and this is the truth. What other people think of you is none of your business. Right? You're going, what? What's she saying? None of my... But it's true. Because we get that way, don't we? We get so worried about what people think of us. I don't worry about it. Just say, actually, that's none of my business. Assume people like you. If they don't, well, it's their problem, isn't it? Because you're a great person, aren't you? So it's their problem. And they probably, you think about all the worries and everything that you've got going on in your life, they have the same. So don't worry about that. But most people will like you, because if you're coming from honesty and you're coming from happiness and you're coming from truth, who isn't going to like that? All right then. I hope that you can follow what I've said, and I hope that it really works for you. Please let me know. Please give me some feedback. If you have any problems, if you've got to think, oh, Brian, I need this to overcome or that, let me have the problem, and let me see if I can help you with it. I might make a video just for you, so that I can answer it, and we can communicate like that. I hope so anyway. Right, that's it for this video. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it, and well, here's to the next one. All right then, take care. Bye bye.